Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap. In the last part we got the flippers and the power bracelet allowing us to access more stuff. And now we're going to be doing a lot of side quests throughout Hyrule. First off, here in the shop we can buy the large quiver which increases our arrows up to 50 for 600 rupees. And if you're playing any version aside from the PAL version, there'll be a big bomb bag there, but it's not available in the PAL version due to a glitch. Because of that, I'm going to have to use a Game Shark code in order to get the maximum amount of bombs later on. And then with that, I just went and got every figure I could get now at Karlov's. And now it's time for probably one of the most annoying mini-games in the game. This is the Kuko game. You're going to need to find certain chickens throughout the town and throw them into the pen. There's the white ones which you can hold no matter what, but the gold ones will fly away from your hands after a certain amount of time like that guy just did. So throwing them and rolling to them to pick them up again is the best strategy. You get rupees, mysterious shells, and kinstones for this, but the final one, as we'll find out soon, he'll give us a piece of heart. There's 10 levels to it, so I'm going to cut ahead to when I actually beat the last one, picking up the last chicken. Now, the final level, I'm going to see this right now, is 3 chickens in 55 seconds. And you have to get one of them by picking them up over the river and throwing them across in order to pick them up over here. As you can see, I just barely made that. But for doing that, we get heart piece number 21. Now, here in town, there are a couple... There's this little thing we can dig into with our mole mitts. There's a couple of kinstone pieces in here I'm gonna get. I don't even know why I'm still getting the kinstone pieces, I just am. I guess it's my OCD seeing unopened chest. Must open! But at the end of this little passageway, you're going to see right now there's actually a ladder. And going down here is going to be essential for a certain side quest later on. So let's go ahead and do that. And if you remember correctly, this is actually the exact same area that was underneath Mayor Hagen's house. Except this time we can actually push a boulder over to here. That'll become more important later on as we can open up more of them. And now that we've actually done some stuff, we can actually enter this place, which is the hotel. And these 3 characters, first off, you can use a Ferrara here to cue out something. These characters are the oracles from the Oracle series. You got Din, the Oracle of Seasons, Nehru, the Oracle of Ages, and Ferrara, the Oracle of Secrets, I believe? Ferrara might seem kind of different because she was supposed to get her own game, but the 3rd Oracle game never happened. In fact, that was back when they were still called Mystical Seeds of Triforce name here. The fusing here with her makes Gorman, aka Luigi, aka Ingo, show up here, and you can talk to him, and he wants to fill his house here with someone, and you can choose one of the 3 girls to put in it. They'll each give you a certain charm that allows you to have boosted stats. Din's doubles attack, I believe Nehru's doubles defense, and I forget what Ferrara's does. So now she has a nice house. And now here, next to the mailbox, after you do all that, this guy will show up with the Kinstone Fusion. And it'll make Muto do something a bit... odd. Well, not really odd. It's gonna motivate him, and he's gonna want to build a good-sized house in pretty much a matter of minutes, and he's not joking about that, by the way. The house that he wants to build is actually Gorman's 2nd house above that Minish house down to the left. The way I have to build it is exit and enter the area rather twice. He was not joking about a matter of minutes at all. But talking to Gorman again will make you get him a 2nd tenant. And with that, I'm actually gonna give Ferrara a house because I feel sorry that she never got her own game. And also, the Minish that lived here is now in that Minish house in the top left. And at a certain point in the game, I forget exactly when, but this shop opens up in the middle left of the square. And this is Simon Simulations, I believe? This is actually a fun little minigame, in my opinion. 10 rupees for one try. Which I'm probably going to make up during it, because if you haven't noticed, my rupees are always at max now. This is pretty much your generic clear the room of enemies kind of minigame. You got mites, you got levers, and you got ketons. And now this is fun to me because I actually kind of like the combat in this game, even though it's the exact same as it was in Link to the Past. But doing this will make more levers appear, apparently. And killing everything will make a chest appear. Doing your first try of Simon Simulations will make a chest with a heart piece appear. That's heart piece number 22, I believe. With that, I think we're halfway done with heart pieces. And we're gonna get a lot more in this video at that. I've always liked that little animation. It's cute. Again, anything that's Toon Link related just can be utterly adorable. And now that we have the flippers, we can actually get this piece of heart here in the cave. We got the power bracelets. However, if you're playing the PAL version, you can't get that until later, so I actually had to use a Game Shark code in order to get that. I'm playing this as if I was playing my usual American playthrough. And now that we can actually talk to Tingle here, and do a Kinstone fusion with him. While this is a green Kinstone fusion, do not be fooled. This is actually an important thing. Because it'll open up these trees, and then after you fuse with them, talk with him. This is important. Because that will activate his brothers all across Hyrule. So let's go and fuse with them, shall we? Right here we got the only one that's not going with the usual naming scheme that the Tingle brothers have. This is David Jr. And fusing with every single one of them will actually make a tree open up in Northern Hyrule Field. And also, I should mention this right now, if you're going for 100%, make sure you fuse with Tingle after completing this quest. I forget to do it here, I just did it off screen a few moments ago, actually. By the way, the next one is here in Lon Lon Ranch. And doing every Kinstone fusion in the game, and you talk to Tingle after that, he'll actually replace your Kinstone bag with a Tingle statue. But you can still view your Kinstone pieces in, but with that, when you do that, no more Kinstone pieces will appear, so that's pretty much the ultimate endgame reward. Just a golden sprite that does nothing. Anyway, the next one's here in freaking... what's this place called? Trilby Highlands. But we actually have to go through a little cave we haven't been through before, plus there's something important in this cave. Another mysterious wall. I believe there are 100 Kinstone fusions in the game, by the way. I forget if that's counting all the green ones. I could feasibly count in my strategy guide right now. And we're adding another Goron to the mix of it. Oh, yay. Ooh, by the looks of it, that would in fact count all the green ones. Oh god, that's gonna be annoying. I might just use a Game Shark code to show off the Tingle statue. Because I don't intend to do all of the green Kinstone fusions. I intend to do all the red ones. In fact, the only red one I didn't show is because I just did it off screen a few moments ago. Was the red one with Tingle that makes a golden Tektite appear in Mount Krenel. Do that after you do all 4 Kinstone fusions with the Tingle brothers, and that'll happen. Of that, we've actually opened up all 4 trees, so what do you say we go do that? By the way, there's just a green Kinstone fusion in that Minish house. But down here we find a cave with a torch we can light up, and a chest that has 200 shells is useless to me. And you're going to have to do that 4 times. You got a Kinstone piece in this chest, and I see a big chest. That means there's something important. Got another Kinstone piece there, another torch lit. And by the way, I should mention, this is all optional, but then again, pretty much everything that's not the first Kinstone fusion is in fact optional. In fact, you could probably beat the main story of this game in a day if you're not going for every Kinstone fusion 100%. But lighting all 4 torches will make a ladder appear in the center, which will actually open up a hole in Northern Hyrule Field in between all the trees. Which will allow us access to that giant chest, so let's go see what's in that. And we got the magical boomerang. Now when we throw the boomerang, we can actually control its path very slightly. It's pretty much the way it was in the Oracle of Ages, I believe was the one with the magical boomerang. I forget. It's been a while since I played those. But anyway, we're back here in Greyblade's dojo in Mount Crenel, and we want to fuse with him. Because this is also a somewhat important thing if you're going for upgrades. He'll make this waterfall in northeastern Castor Wilds open up! There's always something behind the waterfall. And we could go do that now, but there's other stuff we want to do here in Mount Crenel. Namely, if you remember this place, I fused with that hermit in the cave to the right there. We can dig in this hole here. There's actually 2 things we can get in this cave. First off, obviously on screen, there's a piece of heart we want to get. I believe this is number 24? Yeah, 24. Because it's got another heart container. You gotta love how phone calls interrupt me. Not really. That sucks. Ah, sparks, why? Electricity's actually always been kind of a morbid thing in certain Nintendo games. Like, when you die to electricity in the Mario Galaxy games, you just become a skeleton. Which is utterly creepy when you think about it, considering this is Nintendo, known for their kiddiness. But anyway, also in this cave we got mysterious wall number 4? Yeah, number 4. And doing that will also allow them to break down this door. Also, I should mention this right now. You might notice how this is probably around 23 minutes. A specific part. Guess how long the unedited version of it was? You know what? I'll just tell you. 84.5 minutes. That Kuko game took far too long. And all the backtracking. Yeah, this took me like an hour to edit. Anyway, back here in Minish Woods, you want to go over that little puddle we couldn't go over before. Enter the cave on the left here. And, oh great, our first instance of ice physics. They're not too bad when you're over a bunch of ice, but if you're on a small path on this, or like this rather, it's rather annoying, considering the ice doesn't count as a platform as of itself, so if you fall off, you'll go back to the last normal solid ground you touched. Although a good way to cancel your momentum is actually to use your ocarina while you're sliding. Anyway, with that, we've got heart piece number 25. And now we're here in Eastern Hills. We haven't been here since, like, part 2. Or was it part 3? No, I think it was, like, part 4, actually. I don't remember. But we got this part of Eastern Hills I actually haven't been to yet. We want to blow that up, because blowing things up is fun. And we want to go into this little Minish house and fuse with this Minish. It's a blue one, so you know it's important. And oh, great little seed, we haven't seen this before. We got another beanstalk. We're gonna see like 3 more of these in this video, by the way. So let's go and climb that. Beanstalks tend to be important for completion. Although there is one that doesn't really have much on top of it aside from a bunch of money and mysterious Kinstone piece, but that's not until later. I've always loved that sprite in the background, by the way. That background I've always just liked. Anyway, up here we got, first off, piece of heart number 26. 200 rupees, and I believe 200 mysterious shells? Yeah. And now here in the farm area, just south of Lon Lon Ranch, we got another cave that we can dig into. Those rupees are likes, by the way. And we got Mysterious Wall number 5. This is actually the second to last Mysterious Wall. But we won't be seeing the last one for a long time. I think not until after the dungeon after the next. By the way, I should mention, I believe I fused with Candy last part. I think it was a red Kinstone fusion. She was in front of a store we haven't been to yet. I should mention right now that that Kinstone fusion only leads to a fairies fountain. Anyway, now we're here in northeastern Castor Wilds. First off, we have this little room with a block puzzle that you need to do to get in order to get heart piece number 26. No, 27. This is 27. I believe it's 27. Let me check. But other than that, there's that little waterfall we opened up earlier. So let's go in here. And we got a dojo. This is Scarblade. This was one of the few dojo masters that doesn't actually give you a tiger scroll. Some do that. Some of these guys are just basic upgrades that don't actually teach you a new technique. Like this guy allows you to charge your spin attack faster, which is very useful. No, that was heart piece number 27. But now here in the northwestern corner of Minish Woods, Castor Wilds, we can actually swim across these puddles now, but there's also this little wooden thing we couldn't access before because we didn't have the flippers. We actually want to head to the southeastern corner of the map here because if you were paying attention when we were last here, there was actually normal water right there, like so. And there's a Minish cave. We want to go in there and use the second to the right path, I believe. Yeah. And there's a bunch of enemies in here. Normally, if this was just an enemy mob for a Kinstone piece, I wouldn't be really showing it. Come on, Antlion. Oh, really? What happened to you guys being nice and kind ever since Final Fantasy IV, huh? Nah, then again, Final Fantasy IX kind of debunked that, didn't it? I need to get back to recording Final Fantasy, oh crap. Oh, whoa. I know what I'm doing after I finish this Let's Play. Then again, this is being recorded far in advance. I haven't even uploaded part of because let's put it like this. First off, heart piece number 28. It's currently March 9th right now. By the way, you want to fuse with this specific Minish to make another beanstalk sprout. It's March 9th currently. I haven't even uploaded the latter half of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon yet. So yeah, just take a look at the date it is when you guys are seeing this, and just realize just how far in advance this can be recorded. Yeah. I like to have a stock up if you can't tell. But with that being stocked, let's go and check out what's up here. Because, if you remember correctly, I said that the bomb bag was glitched and you can't, in the PAL version, so you can't get up to the maximum amount of those without using a game shortcode. Not so with the arrows, although I believe with the large quiver that only goes up to 70. I think there is a max of 99, though. But anyway, now here in the southwestern part of South Hyrule Field, you want to go into this Minish house and Kinstone fuse with him or her. It's never really specified the gender, is it? And that'll actually go back to Syrpir. This pretty much allows her to make, I believe it's either the green or red potion. I forget which. I don't really use her potions much in this specific Zelda to begin with. I honestly forget what it does. If it's the red potion, it's probably just a good health restore. Blue potion, I don't even remember what it does. Probably a health restore of its own kind. And anyway, also here in southern Hyrule Field, you want to swim over here to find a Minish cave. And here we got heart piece number 29. It's like I'm playing Majora's Mask here, guys. Heart pieces everywhere. Actually, I think we've had a heart piece in almost every single part. Huh. Anyway, there's this Minish here we can fuse with now. And that'll make another beanstalk road just outside his house. In fact, I'm surprised we don't... He doesn't... Actually, does he mention if you talk to him? I'm not sure. I never really check much. I only really Kinstone fuse with people if I need to. I don't really talk to NPCs much if you haven't noticed. But, you know, this means more climbing things. Also, you know, I always used to think climbing the beanstalks was one of the coolest things in the game. Because it's utterly surreal. And the fact that we can stand on clouds, which is physically impossible, is even weirder. Anyway, this is the one I was mentioning earlier that has only Kinstone piece and rupees. There's 320 rupees here, so if you ever are in need of rupees, just come here. So yeah, this is pretty much the worst beanstalk in the game. And otherwise here in the Western Wood, by the way, this is the southern region of the Western Wood. I actually never showed this place off, I believe. There's this tree we opened up last part, I believe, and it has piece of heart number 30 in it. And now here in the northeastern part of northern Hyrule Fields, there's some rocks you can bomb, and entering the screen to the right will find you in another region of Vale Falls, which we haven't been to in a while. And over here we got heart piece number 31. And next to the shopkeeper's house, if you dive in the pool, you got heart piece number 32. Southern part of Lake Hylia, you got heart piece number 33. Told you they get ridiculously easy to find. Actually, I never really did say that, did I? Some of them are just extremely dickish, though, in terms of placement. First off, push this rock so you have easier access to here. But seriously, some of the heart pieces are just taunting you, because you can't get them until later in the game. And here in this dojo, which I believe is Waveblade's dojo, you got heart piece number 34, only 10 left in the game. And this is Waveblade. He teaches you the Peril Beam, so which pretty much, when you only have one heart left, you can shoot a beam out of your sword, a la Zelda 1 and 2. And A Link to the Past. Yeah. It's useful if you're low on health, but at the same time, when am I ever really low on health to that extent? And with that, we're finally done with side quests for this part. Thank God. And now, here in Lake Hylia, we actually want to head to the... well, this thing right here, because this is actually rather important. You shrink down to a Minish size, and you find something rather surprising. The Temple of Droplets, welcome to Dungeon 4!
I'm freezing in here. If you don't find that element quickly, I'm going to turn into a Hatsicle. Hurry up, Link.
But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And next time on Let's Play Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap, we're likely only going to be starting the Temple of Droplets, because this place is kind of long compared to the last couple dungeons. But I'm not sure as of this point. See you guys then.